Hey, what's up traders? In today's video we're talking about a concept that looks like a glitch in the market, but it's actually where smart money lives, the fair value gap, or FVG. As always, I'm not claiming any of this as mine, all credit goes to Michael Huddleston aka ICT. I'm just breaking this down the way my brain processes it, which may or may not involve food metaphors, charts, and a little pain from personal experience. Also, quick plug, if you wanna see how I apply these concepts in real trades, check out my Telegram group. I post my trade logs live as they happen. Alright, so what the heck is a fair value gap? In simple terms, it's when price moves too fast and forgets to say goodbye. Technically speaking, it's a 3-candle pattern where there is an imbalance, a gap between the wicks of candle 1 and number 3, with candle number 2 moving aggressively in one direction. Smart money doesn't like imbalance. It wants fair value. So, surprise, surprise, price often comes back to that gap later, like it forgot its wallet. Let's get into a chart in order to see some examples. So, let's see how a fair value gap looks. First, you need to know that there are two types of fair value gaps, bullish and bearish. They are called BC or CB. BC stands from buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. I hope I wrote it correctly. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, and CB stands from sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Okay, so these are the two types of different fair value gaps. A BC looks something like this. I will try and draw some candles. Okay. Okay, so we have candle number 1. Remember, fair value gaps are a 3-candle formation. Okay, let me draw some wicks here. Bear with me, I'm getting somewhere with this. So we have this formation. We have candle number 1, candle number 2, and candle number 3. As you can see, between candle number 3 wick and candle number 1 wick, there is a gap. It's called a BC because we have a buy side imbalance which left this whole gap here, and we have sell side inefficiency because sellers weren't efficient in this zone. Okay, let me draw a CB real quick. So we have these wicks. Okay, take a look here. We have candle number 3 with this wick. Okay, we have candle number 1 with this wick. Between these two wicks, we have an imbalance, a CB. CB stands from sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Sellers created an imbalance in the market when price dropped, and buyers were inefficient in delivering price to this zone. So we are left with this gap. Now you might ask, why do I care? Because this is where smart money often re-enters the market. You see that clean gap? Retail traders say breakout. Smart money says, thank you for the liquidity, now let's retrace and continue properly. Personally, I use fair value gaps as entry zones only when they align with other ICT concepts like order blocks, break of structure and market structure shifts, and liquidity. One fair value gap alone is like Tinder without the profile pic. Could be gold, could be a trap. Also, just because there's a gap doesn't mean it has to be filled immediately, forever. For example, we have breakaway gaps that don't get filled. Context is king. I've been trapped in enough of this to know better now. Okay, enough with this. Let's take a look at some real examples from the charts. We are on a daily chart. Okay, let's take this one, for example. We can see that we are in a bullish trend. We have this retrace. We retrace where? Inside this fair value gap. You might ask why inside this busy and not inside this one, because we also have a propulsion block here. Okay, so we have this order block here. We have the propulsion block that is correlated with this busy, so we mark this as a BC. Okay, we have also the propulsion block here. We will leave it like this, gray. Okay, and look at this beautiful reaction from this zone. Okay, price delivered to the upside again. Quick tip, ICT says that every time we have a gap between where price closed and where it opened, and it's correlated with a busy, we should mark the busy with the gap as well. Okay, like in this example, as you can see here, we have a gap. Okay, look here, you can see where price opened. Okay, so we opened at 5,136.8, and look here, we closed at 5,133.7. Okay, so as you can see, there is a gap in price, so we take this into account as well. Let's continue forward. Price reacted from this zone. It broke this high. After it broke it, we retraced. Where did we retrace? We retraced in this busy. Okay, let's look forward. Price goes up again, retraces a bit, goes up, retraces, makes a big displacement to the upside after it takes this liquidity, and leaves behind a BC, as you can see here. This BC, we can correlate it with this order block. As I said in the order block video, if we have several candles that form an OB, we should take them into account, all of them. Okay, so price retraces, displaces above this high, leaves behind an order block and a fair value gap. Price retraces inside it, and after that continues to the upside. We should take a look for some bearish examples as well. Here we can see that we have a bearish scenario. Okay, so let's see this price action here. We have a swing high here. Okay, let me draw it for you so it's simple to understand. So this is buy side. We take out buy side. We form a small swing low here. We take the buy side here. Remember, we are on a daily chart, so there is a lot of liquidity above these equal highs. Okay, we take out this buy side, and after that we have a big displacement to the upside. Okay, this big displacement leaves behind a very big gap, a CB. Okay, you can see it here. Let's mark it out so it's more visual. Okay, so this is the CB. Price retraces inside of it, and watch the candles. It closed right at the low of the CB. Okay, so this is a very, very strong sign that the market should continue bearish. Price reacts from this. It makes a swing low, retraces a bit. It attempts to make another swing high but fails, and goes down with the displacement, creating another CB. Actually, we should take it with this gap as well. So we have another CB here. Price reacts, it leaves the fair value gap and takes out this swing low. So you need some context in order to mark out properly all the fair value gaps that are important, because we have lots of candles that have gaps, but not all of them are fair value gaps or valid fair value gaps. At least this is what I understand. So to sum it up, fair value gaps equals imbalance between buyers and sellers. Price often returns to fair value gap zones. Use it with other confirmations. Don't fall in love with every gap you see. Some are just ghosting you. If this made sense, drop a like. If it didn't, that's okay. I'm still figuring this out too. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video, where we'll talk about a cool concept called the breaker. Until next time, see you.